Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to my another subscriber lessons about IELTS exam. Hello, MSHTAK. Hello, Dulcie morning. Thank you very much for joining. As you might be aware, this lesson is mostly dedicated for the IELTS candidates. If you have taken the exam but you didn't get your required score, or if you're planning to sit for the exam and you're studying and practicing, possibly this class would be helpful for you. IELTS exam, a global requirement for your studies, work permit, training and scholarships in the English-speaking countries. If you're considering to apply for a scholarship or immigration to any of the English-speaking countries, possibly these classes are for you. If you'd like to join, you can see the pinned comment on the top. Click on it so that you can join here and talk to me. And also, if you're interested to subscribe to my lesson or channel of these classes, you are more than welcome. What you have to do is you have to click on the subscribe button and go from there. And there is an offer at the moment from the Hallo. If you subscribe for a month, there is no discount. But if you subscribe for 2 months, and the discount starts from there. So there is discount of subscription more than 1 month, like 2 months, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for the whole year. Hello, Ali. Good morning. Hello, BN. I don't know what does it mean. I want to learn English. Can you help me? Yes, I'm here to help and support you guys. But you cannot learn English by writing from there. You need to subscribe to one of my lessons on maybe this class. Then you can have a chat, conversation, and assessment of your English. So welcome once again, guys. I believe that you're having fantastic time. Teacher Aisha, okay, welcome. Hello.
Teacher Rod, how are you?
I'm okay, Teacher Aisha. I can keep you as long as no students hop on, because this is a subscribed lesson, Teacher Aisha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just came to say hi. That
N-
was all.
No worries, no worries. You can stay for a few minutes. When it's a public live broadcast, you can stay as long as the live stream goes on. You know how the Hello works. If you've got subscribed lesson, only your students should hop on. Uh,
Oh,
Other teachers can join for a few minutes. That's fine. So, dear viewers, I'd like to introduce Teacher Izia. Teacher Izia, it's a chance to marketize yourself about you. Please go on.
oh no. Well, again, I just came to say hi. You've always visited me, and you was always very nice to me, and I just wanted to, return the love and the support. My intention is not to market myself at all. Actually, I recommend people. I think you students are very fortunate to have Teacher Rahat here, and I think you will learn a great deal from him. And just be attentive. Teacher Rahat would definitely deliver without a doubt.
Thank you very much. And honestly, Teacher Izia, I'm one of the most senior and active teachers of this app from the very beginning. We have got few teachers. Let me share their names. First one is our CEO, June, who is also a
Hmm.
teacher. He teaches business strategies.
Hmm.
And the second one is the American teacher, Haley. And third one is Canadian teacher, Ryan. I don't know if you have met them or not. And the fourth one is American teacher, Julie. And the fifth one is another American teacher, Steph or Stephanie. She's not active nowadays. And after that, Kurdish teacher, Ahmed. And after that, me. We joined after the CEO almost same time on this app. So we know all the ups and downs and bits and bytes of this app, how it grows and where we are going. And other teachers have joined after a while, and you guys have joined this year. Welcome to Hello. All right.
Okay. Well, I'll let you continue your class, Rahat, teacher Rahat. Hope we'll talk again soon.
Sure, certainly. Thank you very much. That will be great.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye. Okay, Chia, thanks for your subscription. And Dulcie, I'm bringing you. I was talking to teacher Isaiah, one of our newest teachers from the USA. Hi, Dulcie. Welcome.
Hello, sir.
Hello. And
Yes,
is it Chia? How do you pronounce your name?
it's Chia, sir.
Oh, thank you very much for the subscription. Welcome, both of you. I'm glad that you have subscribed to my lesson. And I believe that you have subscribed on a trial basis, both of you, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. So let me explain how it works for the trial basis. The trial basis classes are given only two classes, two lessons. One of them is today, as you have joined. Another one would be next Saturday, because these classes run on every Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. And each class has only 1 hour. And we have got countdown system by the, Hello. So which means that it starts from 59 minutes, 59 seconds, then it goes down. As soon as it goes to zero, class shuts down automatically. The fortunate matter is that all the classes are saved on my Hello account as well as my Facebook account and YouTube channel. You can watch them anytime. There are hundreds of lessons. And my YouTube channel's name is English with RahatAli. This information you'll find in my profile. Okay, so would you like to tell us a little bit more? First, I will go with Chia, then Dulcie. Chia.
Yes, sir. Actually, I just want to learn English pronunciation and basically IELTS to go for further for my education. That's why I want to learn English.
Great. May I know what do you do at the moment, Chia?
Uh, Currently, sir, I am working in a US healthcare company. So I just want to continue my education so I can switch in a different field. So for this, I want to study abroad. So I need IELTS clear IELTS exam.
Okay, so would you like to study an undergraduate or graduate level?
No, I'm a graduate. I just want to do post graduation from the abroad.
Okay. Which country are you from again?
So I'm from India and want to go Ireland for a further study.
You like to go to Ireland. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great. Best of luck. The fact is that though you have a graduation from India, uh, uh, Asian countries' degrees are not recognized in the Western countries. So even though you have got a graduation degree and possibly you have to complete another graduation degree here, possibly, I'm not sure. Your university can tell it after analyzing your transcription and your result. Best of luck for that. Okay, and thanks for
Thank
sharing the
you, sir.
information. And how about you,
Thank you, sir.
Dulcie?
Yes, sir.
So, Dulcie, where are you from and what do
Hello.
you do?
I'm from Indonesia,
Okay, welcome.
and right now I'm just yeah.
Right now, carry on, please.
I think I'm in a bad conditions. I'm in a bad connection. Can you repeat, sir?
So, I asked you, what else do you do now?
I'm just sit in my car, then in my in my room and drink a cup of coffee.
Okay, that's great. And what's the reason for subscription of my class?
Because I'm just want to improve my IELTS skill because I have to test 2 months later to to
Yeah, unfortunately, your voice is breaking. Possibly you've got very unstable network. So in which country are you going to
hello. Yeah.
study, Dulcie? Hello, can you hear me, Dulcie? Chia, can you hear her?
Yes, sir.
I lost her. Okay. Let me welcome the other people. Ali and Abdi Al-Haq. Thank you very much. Okay. Chia and other people who are listening to me. Have you seen the sample paper of IELTS exam, Chia?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. There are many websites from where you can sit for the sample test or the mock test. My first suggestion would be have a look of these test papers and the questions. That will give you good insights how the IELTS works. Yeah, welcome back, Dulcie.
Yes, well, yes. Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. In which country are you planning to go? I think she might have connection issue. Okay, so Gia, as I'll be explaining, if you have got any question, please always stop me and ask me. Okay. For the IELTS exam, if you are sitting for the first time, you must know the modules and the questions and the timing and how it works. If you're planning to study, migrate, work for scholarship or training in English-speaking countries, you have to sit for the IELTS exam. If your studies, then you have to sit for the IELTS academic test. There are two types of tests, academic and general. You can see from the name, academic is related to only academic studies. It could be undergraduate or graduate or postgraduate or research program like PhD or postdoctoral program, or maybe training or registration. And the general is only for the migration, for the work permit. If you like to move to a country, after moving there you like to work, then in that case you need to sit for the general test. So both of the tests are same except in the reading part and writing part. The listening part, reading, writing and speaking, 4 parts are there. Once again, listening and speaking are same for the both tests. They are different only in reading and writing. Okay? Gia, is it all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have got any question in the meantime, let me know. So there is no pass or fail. Remember that. Some people say, oh, I couldn't pass it. No, there is no pass or fail in IELTS exam. It is the banding score that will justify your level of English. If you are planning to go for undergraduate studies, most of the cases, universities or colleges ask for 5 to 5.5 score out of 9, where 1 is the lowest, 9 is the highest score. For the graduate programs, generally 6 to 6.5. For the postgraduate and research scholarship, it is above 7, and some times they ask 7.5. It is very difficult to get 7.5, but not impossible, because many of my students got 8.5. You'll be happy to know. And those students got their visas and arrived their destination countries. Some of them came to the UK in the meantime, European countries, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and the USA. And it totally depends on you, because we have got 1 hour lesson. In the 1 hour lesson, I try to give you as much information as possible, but you have to study by your own time. And for my subscriber students for a month, I've got a essay writing strategy. Like if you like to sit for the IELTS exam, in writing task 1 and 2, if you write it, you can send me by email. Those services only for the students who have subscribed for a month at least, not for the trial students, because trial students leave this platform after 2 days, and I don't know whether they'll be coming back to subscribe to me or not. All right, so this is how it works. I explain, you practice, you learn, you move forward. Any other question, Gia or Dulcie?
Is there any website from where we can practice for the question paper of IELTS?
Yes, there are
As well?
hundreds of websites. As I said, one of them is, I'll share you some of the names, okay? So that you can practice. So if you write IELTS practice test or IELTS sample test, you'll find many websites, okay? And one of them is IELTS org, IELTS UK, another one possibly Lille's, very famous website as well. IELTS,
Okay, sir.
IELTS Lidge, yeah, IELTS Lidge.com. So, and you'll find more than hundreds of websites, okay? So these websites offer you free tests, and you can always sit for that. You can assess by yourself as well. Now, the amazing matter is that most of the cases, students can develop their speaking and listening. I'm sorry, reading and listening by yourself. For writing and speaking, it will be difficult for you to assess by yourself, because you cannot mark your own writing, you cannot assess your own speaking. Okay, so in that case, you need to get help from a qualified person who might be teacher or a coach or instructor, or who might be a qualified person in the similar field. And briefly speaking, Gia, there in speaking task, there are 30 minutes and 40 questions. Let me go through quickly how does IELTS work. That I think it will be easier and better for you to understand.
Yes, please.
Okay, hang on a second. And the first part is listening. In listening part, there will be a audio test. Okay, and hang on a second. Speaking tips. And there will be 40 minutes. I'm sorry, 40 questions, 30 minutes. Can you see the screen as I'm scrolling through?
Yes, I am.
So what is in the exam? There are two types of IELTS exam. I forgot to mention it. One is paper content or paper test. another is computer-based test. The paper-based test is called PBT, and the computer-based test is called CBT. And both of the cases, if you choose paper-based, the writing part you have to write by pencil. If you choose computer-based, for the writing part you have to type through the computer and submit through the computer. And that's the difference. Okay. And for the reading part, you will be shown through the computer, and you have to answer from the computer. In computer-based test. For the paper-based test, you'll be given a booklet. You read it and answer from there. And for the speaking task, which is taking place in another day, it is like one-to-one or face-to-face, the way I'm talking to you. All right, Chia? So,
Okay, sir.
listening 40 questions, approximately 30 minutes, and you'll get extra 10 minutes because when you listen, you write your answer on the exam paper. In the extra 10 minutes, you transfer those answers to the exam sheet or answer sheet. And after that, you go for reading test. In reading test, you will have 60 minutes and 40 questions, both academic and general. For the academic, you will get 3 big academic paragraphs, and you have to answer those 40 questions within the 60 minutes. And likewise, for the general test, you'll find 5 small paragraphs, again 40 questions, in 60 minutes. And please bear in mind that there is no negative marking if you answer it wrong in IELTS exam. So if your answer is wrong, you get 0. My suggestion is always in reading test, even if you don't have enough time, make a guess and answer it, because it is not going to affect your score. Okay, so when the reading test is over, you go for the writing test. And in the writing test, there are 2 tasks. Task 1, where you have to write 150 words in 20 minutes. And task 2 will be given another 40 minutes, and you have to write at least 250 words. And very often students ask, do that examiner count the words? Yes, they do. They do count the words. So you have to be careful that you fulfill their criteria in order to get good marks. And for the academic writing, task 1 is you have to develop the writing from a graph or a chart or any abstract photos or map. For the general writing, the task 1 is related to a letter or an application where you'll be given the topic. And the task 2 for both of them are same. It's like writing an essay, and you have to demonstrate your writing qualities. Sorry. And the last part is speaking task. In speaking test, there are 3 tasks: task 1, task 2, and task 3. Task 1 is general conversation, like they ask your name, where are you from, why do you like to take the test, and also they ask question about your work, home, interesting place, or hobbies. It is generally 3 to 4 minutes. And task 2 is cue card, where in a small card you'll be given a topic and there are some questions. You have to answer them. You have to speak at least 2 minutes non-stop. Examiner is not going to say anything. They're going to record all of your answers in an audio device. When your 2 minutes is over, the examiner might say stop it now, or examiner might ask anything more. So when this part is over, you go to the task 3. Task 3 is related to task 2, where you have to give now elaborated answer. And there are 2 common questions in this part. One of them is your demonstration of understanding tense. They will ask a question which will be related to the present tense, past tense, and future tense. And they will ask another question which is a conditional sentence. So Chia, my question is, do you know what is conditional sentence?
So it's a conditional. I think they give an option.
They ask you a question
Not
in conditional
exactly.
sentence. What I mean to say.
Not understand, sir.
Do you know what is conditional sentence? Then I can ask you the question.
Yes, I understand this, but I am not able to describe that what its meaning. I understand what you are asking, but not able to explain.
Okay, conditional sentence is a part of grammar, advanced grammar, I should say, where there is a hypothetical situation, an imaginary situation or condition, and you have to answer them by following the grammar pattern. Okay, and
Okay,
most
sir.
of the
Okay, sir.
cases they ask the second conditional, like if you had the, say, one simple question, like if you are the prime minister of your country, which three things you would like to resolve for your country? It is a conditional sentence too. Let's have this test. Would you like to answer it? Yeah. Can you give me a
Okay,
second, please?
so
Hold on a second. I need to connect my laptop to the electric power supply. It is going to end in a moment. Give me 1 minute, please. I'm back, Chia. Are you there, Chia?
yes, sir. I am.
Thank you. So the question is conditional, second conditional. If you were the prime minister of your country, which three things you would resolve? Which three major problems?
So if I get a chance to be a prime minister, so I want to resolve first the main topic of India is the Jammu and Kashmir right now. So want
Mm-hmm.
to resolve that first. And second, just try to give opportunities to everyone to take a job or try to make an opportunity to give a job to the uh, new generation who want to work and want to do something for armies, give a new gadget to them so they can protect themselves as they have but they have power to protect us, so first they need to protect themselves also.
Okay. Third one, Chia.
I think yes, sir.
Okay. You have tried to answer it correctly, but grammatically it is incorrect. That is the impact of learning grammar. Conditional sentence always starts with if. Okay. If I'm writing,
Okay,
if you were the PM of your country, which three major problems would you resolve? Remember that it is a conditional situation, hypothetical. So in IELTS exam, this is one of the amazing tricks to answer the question. Follow the similar pattern of grammar when you're answering. So you have to start like this: if I were the prime minister, not if I get the chance. Okay, That's a different rule. It is a second conditional, this question. So when you're answering,
Okay.
it should follow the second conditional pattern. And remember that you're the prime minister. You don't do anything. You ask your other people to do it for you. There are other departments, okay? A prime minister doesn't do the work directly. Prime minister gives orders to your fellow department, fellow people, secretaries, other ministers. So that is the tricky part of this question, okay?
Now I understand why it's called conditional
Exactly, yeah.
sentence.
Because you're not prime minister, but it's imaginary if you are prime minister. Have you seen the movie Nayak? A famous movie. I liked it, this Indian movie,
Yes, sir.
where they have shown how they can do build up a better country. Anyway, so remember, this is one of the tricks of the IELTS exam, understanding the question properly and answer them correctly. So I always ask our learners, always try to understand the question before you attempt to answer. As soon as you get the question easily, now it will be much easier for you to answer it accurately. Okay, so these are all roughly an IELTS exam. And where do you want me to start? Listening tips? Let's start with listening tips, and we can have some speaking task as well. And as you said that, have you registered for the IELTS exam yet? Or which session would you like to join for your higher studies?
Not yet, but as you already know that I need more practice before attempting the exam. So
Exactly.
yes.
Okay, let's start with speaking tips, speaking part, okay? So bear in mind that in the speaking test, there are three parts or three tasks. Part one and task one is very easy. And when you sit for the test, they like to check your ID, like it could be passport or national ID. And they'll check your registration number. And after that, they'll start recording all the whole conversation. And there is a reason behind it. By the way, all IELTS exam certificates are valid for 2 years from the date of exam. And sometimes some students are not happy with their speaking part. They appeal it. You can always appeal within the 28 days. Which things could be included for your appeal? Your speaking and writing part, which are checked manually. You cannot appeal for your listening and reading part because those answers are already there, computerized. So what happens basically, when you make an appeal, it goes to a second examiner. So there are two types of providers. One of them is British Council and the Cambridge University from the UK. Another one is IDP Australia. Their test qualities are same, their examiners are same, but they're from different countries. Hello, Jakia. In order to join here, you need to subscribe. And possibly you may be eligible to get 2 free lessons. Check the comment which I've pinned. You have to join from the Hello, Vim. Thank you very much for subscription. Would you like to join, Vim? I'm inviting you. Hello, Tessa. Welcome. Okay, so what happens when you're not happy with your answer or the score? Then it goes to second examiner, and if the difference becomes more than 1, then the average, say for example you got 6 earlier, now the second examiner finds that no, you deserve to get 7. Now they average it. 6 plus 7 is 13, divided by 2, you get 6.5. Okay, this is how it works.
Okay.
Now as I go through, I'll give you the sample question of task 1. Task 1 is very easy, remember, Chia and all the people who are listening to me. And the first question is, may I know your name? Tell me, may I your name, please? Chia?
Yes, my name is Chia Dikshit.
Okay, your answer is right, but try to answer this way. When you're in a job interview or IELTS, this type of conversation or any other place, tell your first name. My first name is Chia, the last name is Dikshit. And if you have a nickname or sometimes we call it pet name, you can add this. Though my name is Chia, say my family members or my father or my mother or my brother calls me this. Okay?
Okay.
And please remember that do not be limited to yes and no answer in IELTS exam. You have to elaborate with one or two sentences at least. And for every answer, do not go beyond 30 to 40 seconds, which means do not go for a longer description of IELTS exams question, except Q cut 2, which is elaboration of 2 minutes expression. And the next question is, where are you from?
Yeah, my native place is uh, Etawah, UP, but right now I'm living in Delhi.
Okay, and make sure you mention your country.
Yes, I'm from India.
Yeah, great. So you will tell like this, your answer is fine. You need to create compound sentence. Do you know what is compound sentence, Achia?
No, sir.
Okay, compound sentence is the concept of bringing two subjects and two verbs with the same sentence by using a conjunction like for, and, but, so, though, although, etc., where each of the sentences is individually complete. Say, for example, do you like tea, yeah?
Yes, I
Or
like.
you like tea. Say, I don't like tea, but I like coffee. Now, if I want to make these two sentences in one compound sentence, it will be Chia likes tea, but Rahat likes coffee. Look, these two sentences have been joined with the conjunction but. And if you analyze, Chia likes tea is a complete sentence and Rahat likes coffee is another complete sentence. These are the criteria of compound sentences. So there should be two subject, two verbs. It would be joined by conjunctions or by comma, but each of the sentences should be individually complete. Clear?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you're saying I'm from UP, but currently I live in there, which is the part of India, remember that. If you use which, it becomes now a compound sentence or complex sentence. It could be complex, compound, both are acceptable.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, tell me why your city is famous for.
My native city is famous for the temples. And there are many temples in my native place in Etawah. All are famous. One of the most famous temples is the temple of Lord Shiva for 108 Shivas in one temple. This is the most famous temple.
Mhm. Great, good answer. Okay, and before that, I like to explain in speaking section or speaking, there are four things an examiner will assess. Number one, your fluency and coherence, and you get 25% marks. Okay, I'm writing it so that it is clear for you. Fluency and coherence, and you get 25% mark. That is 2.25 out of 9. Okay, that is easily achievable for everyone. And fluency means the way you speak, your continuity and your speed. You shouldn't be repetitive. You shouldn't say the same word or same sentences again. You shouldn't stop more than 5 seconds. You shouldn't talk other than the topic you have been asked. That's called fluency and coherence. And next one is vocab. You get another 25% marks. That is 2.25 out of 9. So when you're using vocab, try to use antonyms, synonyms, phrasal verbs, phrases, also some expressions or dialects which are acceptable by the English language. That is also easily achievable. And the third one is accuracy of grammar and wider ranges of grammar. You get another 2.25. So if you add this, you get easily 6.75 in speaking. All right. Hello, Ruzaik, welcome. The last part is pronunciation. Remember, you get another 25% as 2.25. Hello, Rahufa. So always be careful about the accent and pronunciation. There are two types of pronunciation in the world. One of them is British pronunciation for the British English. Another one is American pronunciation for the American English. Please bear in mind that they are totally different. And there are thousands of accents around the world. Even in India, there are more than 300, 400 accents, depending on the state or city where you're from. In the UK, there are more than 40 accents. In the USA, there are more than 50 accents. In Australia, New Zealand, and other English-speaking countries like South Africa, they have got different kinds of accents. In IELTS exam, you will never be assessed for your accent, for your creativity, for your body language. You'll be assessed only these 4 criteria. Again, I'm repeating: fluency and coherence, vocabs, grammar, and your pronunciation. Hello, Mokira, welcome. Hello, MSH Stuck. Hello, Zaire. Thank you very much for the subscription. If you're free, join me. I've invited you. I've invited Vim as well. Okay, any other question up to now, Chia?
No, sir.
Thank you. So Vim has subscribed to a trial basis and Uzair has done the same. Great, guys. All right. So as I say, the next question they might ask, why do you need to sit for the IELTS exam? Chia, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Why do you need to sit for the IELTS exam? What's the reason for taking the test?
As I told you earlier that I want to continue my study from the abroad.
One
So
moment, yeah? One moment, I'll be back.
yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm back, Chia.
Yes.
Okay, remember we are having a sample test, mock test. Just answer it as it is. Don't say that as I told you earlier. Because if you remember, I'm explaining we're doing a sample test or mock test. Okay, so
Okay, so okay, sir, I want to give a IELTS exam because I want to continue my study and continue mm, to go abroad and study further for my post graduation. So that's why I need to give IELTS exam.
okay, did you say I want to give IELTS exam?
I think I said the wrong.
Yeah, this is a wrong expression. Okay, this is one of the common mistakes for the English learners. We do not say I want to give IELTS exam. We don't say give exam. We have to say either sit for or sit in. If you have a pen and paper, please take a note and do not use next time I want to give exam. Sit in, take exam, write exam, or participate, you can say sometimes. Give exam is one of the common mistakes. Sit for, sit in, take exam, write exam, sorry, participate, or attend. Okay, great. And
Okay, sir.
instead of saying I want to, it is better to use I would like to. Do you know the difference between I want to and I would like to?
Want, I think that forcefully I want this, and would it might I I'm not clear about this. Sorry for that.
No, no, that's okay. No worries. I want to, I would like to. Here, I want to is informal, whereas I would like to is formal expression. They have got similar meaning. Okay, I want to go with you. You can say to your friend and family members. So you use informal expression only to the close people and known people like your friends, families, brothers, sisters, siblings, parents, relatives, cousins, etc. But when it is a formal environment like exam, school, college, office, instead of saying I want to, it will be sounding better if you say I would like to. Remember, there is nothing wrong when you use I want to. Okay, Chia, remember your target is to get good score, and you can get only good score by using standard expressions in speaking as well as in writing.
Okay.
Great. So you'd like to sit for the exam because you have to have higher studies in English speaking countries. That's a very good answer. Okay, so tell me a little bit more that do you live in a joint family or a single family?
Now I live in joint family. I live with my parents, and I have two elder brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We all live together.
Okay. And in your family, who is the main responsible first person? Is it your father or mother?
A father. In Indian family, mostly the father is the first responsible person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So these are common question in IELTS exam. There are two other questions very confusing. I'm going to ask you. Okay. Like, what do you do? I asked this question to Dulcie. She said that she was having coffee and talking to me. Now let me see, how do you answer it? What do you do?
Uh, I'm just right now planning to give the exam and give more time to myself to study for the which field I want to go further and for the IELTS exam.
1 minute, I'll be back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sorry, I'm back. Remember, this question is very confusing. What do you do and what are you doing?
Yes.
So what do you do means what's your profession? What's your occupation? You may be a student, you may be a working person, you may be a business person, you may be a doctor or engineer. If this question is like this, always tell your profession, what do you do? Okay? Not what you're doing at the moment. Look, the next question is what are you doing means at the moment what you're doing. You're talking to me, you're listening to my conversation, you're having coffee or tea or watching television or anything that you're doing at the moment.
Okay.
All right?
So I have replied for the what I'm doing. What are I'm doing?
Yeah, my question is what do you do? I didn't ask you what are you doing. Remember that.
Yes. Now I understand this.
So again, I'm going to ask you now. You answer it correctly, please. What do you do?
I worked in a US healthcare company, and it's a night shift. I do.
Okay,
This is
and
what I do.
what are your job responsibilities there?
I'm a system analyst there.
Mm-hmm.
I we need to check the insurance for the US person who is living in US, and we need to take care of their insurance from. I am working from the hospital side, so I need to ask the insurance company that when they are going to release their funds and how it's going too much delay as the hospital also need the funds to take care of their patients, because in US the patient is not going to pay a single penny for their treatment. Hospital need to pay, and insurance is going to pay to the hospital for their treatment.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now, next question is another confusing question. Uh, how do I address you? Chia, are you there?
Yes, you can address me with my name, with Chia.
Very good. And what's your address?
Uh, Address is Chia Dikshit.
Okay, how do I address you and what's your address? There are two different questions. Your first part and the first answer of the question was correct. You may address me as Chia. The first address has been used as a verb where it means what should I call you. It has got another meaning though, delivering a lecture in radio, television or any other media. And what's your address when it's stressing in the first part, that becomes noun or adjective. You will tell your location where you live. That is your address. Remember in IELTS exam, these are the two confusing questions always asked, and you need to be careful when you're answering. What do you do? What are you doing? And the second one is how do I address you and what's your address?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the part of task one, more or less. We'll cover the other part as we go through. Okay, when this part is over and it takes generally 3 to 4 minutes conversation between you and the examiner, then you go to the task two, which is a cue card. This is also called sometimes part two. So cue card means you'll be given a topic in a card where there would be some questions to be answered. And when you'll be given the card to you, the examiner will give you 1 minute to develop and organize your idea about the topic. Okay, and after that the examiner will ask you start speaking now, where your time would be counted. Let me give you a short sample question for you so that you understand. So you'll be given a card with a topic as I've said, and after that you'll be taken to that part 3 or task 3, where you're in a conversation is like one-to-one question basis, and you have to demonstrate with your greatest efficacy to correctly answer it, okay, which is more discussions, more details. And depending on your response, and part 3 should take approximately 4 to 5 minutes. All right, Shia?
Okay. Okay, sir.
For the speaking part, there are a few techniques. Number 1, do not memorize any answers. Okay, if you memorize answer from a website or from somewhere, your examiner easily understand it.
Okay.
Hi, Beam. I've just invited you. If you're free, please join. Okay, the class is going to be finished in less than 4 minutes. Hello, Vim. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Sir, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for subscribing.
Yes, sir. You're most welcome, sir.
Would you like to tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Sir, actually, my name is Bean Singh, BHEEM, Bean Singh.
Mm-hmm.
And I am doing a job in hotel industry as a chef.
Chef.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Why did you subscribe to my lesson?
And I'm preparation. Yes. And I'm preparation for IELTS.
Okay.
That's why I have used this application, because someone has told me about this application. So that's why I have used it, and still use it. I hope I will be learning something from this application. So I hopefully it will be help me little.
Sure, Beam. The first thing is that I would like to request that you should have a stable connection, because your voice is breaking every 2 to 3 seconds. And if it happens, it will be
Yes,
difficult.
sir. I think there is some network issues. There is not there. There is a problem is the network, because I'm not living in city, because I'm living in a mountain area, so it's not city. So we have little bit problem of network issue. So that's why my voice breaking. My voice is not clear. You cannot hear me properly.
Okay, but as you know, if you want to learn something, develop yourself, you should have very good and stable network and connection. Whatever you have said, 60% came
Yes.
okay, 40% were not understandable because we couldn't hear you. So welcome. You have subscribed to my lesson on a trial
Yes, sir.
basis. I've just noticed it, and as
Yes.
as a part of explanation, the trial basis classes are only 2 classes. You'll get one of these today, and I'll get another lesson next Saturday. And each class has 1 hour, and you'll be also added to my subscribe chat. All of you, you can always communicate, message me from there, either in a group chat or privately, to be shared with other people. And whenever I'm free, I can answer you. your question is. Okay, and we have got 59 seconds now. 57.
Okay, sir. Okay.
This class is going finished in 53 seconds. All of my classes are saved and recorded in YouTube channel, Facebook, and Hallo account. You can always watch it from there if you have missed it.
Okay, sir.
Any other question? Because we have got
Okay.
only 35 seconds more. Chia, any other question?
Yes, sir. I would like to ask you a question, but I just want to ask you. We can learn. I just
Hang on a second.
preparation. I'm just doing preparation for.
Bam, we are going to finish the lesson in 10
Okay.
seconds. You have to ask this question in the chat or maybe
Okay.
next class. Yeah.
No.
Thank you very much, all of the people who have subscribed to me.
No. We will need to
I'll,
ask. Okay.
I'll see you later.